Yes, people, what's going on? Don from Kenya Gunners TV, and you're back with another match preview. So this evening, 5 p.m. East African time, it's Fulham versus Arsenal. We're basically going to Craven Cottage, and so basically, this is my analysis on my match preview, my starting 11, or basically how I anticipate this game to go. But first things first, let me actually take this opportunity to say, listen, man, I don't know why guys are hating on us with these set pieces. Most recently, we played against Manchester United. Guys are hating on us on set pieces. But surprisingly, we're just that too good, yeah. That teams can't stand us. We're being called negative for scoring goals from set pieces. We're being called corner FC. If guys think we're that bad, what can they defend those set pieces? And why can they replicate the same for their teams? Yesterday, Manchester United were beaten by a set piece. Same thing. Same thing that happened by the against the Arsenal game. So listen, give us a break. Focus on your teams. Manchester United fans, whatever fans, focus on your teams. That aside, so today basically we'll be at Craven Cottage, and this is more of like an ex kind of Arsenal players, because you know there are a lot of Arsenal boys, but then in the Fulham side, Iwobi, I mean, of course, Reece Nelson by there, but he's currently on, so he's ineligible for this game. There's who am I forgetting? Smithrow, yeah, one of our best academy players. So just to give a bit of context, it's a game that it's an interesting game that I'm sure if you're an ex Arsenal player, you definitely want to turn up. I'm sure a player like Smithrow, of course, uh, he left with dignity. I can't really say that the players who are currently at Fulham, Iwobi, Reece Nelson, and Smithrow left with bad blood. I think they left with some dignity, and of course, Smithrow is one player that we really loved and respected him over the years. I mean, for like 2 years, the guy just had injuries, and we just couldn't retain him. And unfortunately, he had to leave. And that is just the harsh nature of football. Actually, that's just the harsh nature of football. Even right now, if you have a player like maybe Bukayo Saka, but then starts getting injuries and he starts becoming uh, not adding value to the team, we basically have to move on. That is just the sad reality of football, yeah. But respect to Smith Rowe, I'm actually glad to see, but that he's doing very well currently at Fulham. He's been able to keep fit, and matches. He left with dignity, and he still respects his former club. But you all know there's just this burning fire inside him that is like, listen, he's definitely going to turn up. So most probably that's a player that is going to give us a hard time. You all know they have hard running players. There's Traore, there's what's his name, Junes, there's Pereira, Iwobi, Harrison. So they have quite some hard running players, and we basically need to find a way of locking these guys out. Yeah, yeah. So let me just give you a brief. Just let me just basically refresh your memories. If you remember last season, this the link up we had with Fulham, we basically didn't win any game, both home and away. I think we drew them at the Emirates, then they beat us at Craven Cottage. They honestly deserve to beat us last season. I look back and I'm like, those are the games that if we beat the Fulhams, probably maybe could have won the Premier League. Beat the West Hams, could have won the Premier League. But that is basically what under the bridge. You move on. But right now we are basically in a title contention. As is right now, you saw what happened with Man City yesterday, Crystal Palace. But the Man City's they're done. They're done. I don't think unless maybe they heavily invest in January, I basically want to believe that they're out of the title contention. The way they're playing, the number of injuries they have, uh, man, it's terrible on their side. It's really terrible. So I don't see them being the title contention. So that means that's an opportunity for us, by the way, because for the longest time, by the teams that have been chasing Man City is Liverpool and Arsenal. So basically in title contention, you know that Liverpool actually dropped points, so they're now is it 7 points? They're now 7 points ahead of us. So we're basically chasing these guys down. So in a nutshell, this like title contention race. and we can't afford to draw points. Yeah, Liverpool, they had a derby yesterday, but the game was postponed because of bad weather. But that's like a game in hand they have. And in simple terms, let's focus on ourselves and just do what we need to do. And this is a game that we have to win. Don't care if you have the Smith Rose. Don't care if you have the Warbies. This is a must-win game, yeah. But for sure, you have to be ready that these ex-Arsenal boys are going to turn up, yeah. So anyway, having said that, my starting 11 high basically, I always say this, but the high basically uh, would want Mikel Arteta to set up for this team because we have some hard running players, but they're from Fulham. Our defense needs to be spot on. The defense needs to be 100%, solid. Yeah. So on the right back position, I'll play Giro and Timber, been doing his thing as always. Goalkeeping position, obviously Raya. Centre backs, I'm not really sure if Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be available, but if he's available in this game, that's a must start player. Yeah, Saliba, of course. Now, where there's a bit of challenge is the left back position. Ask me my honest opinion. Kivior, Zinchenko, they had an alright game, but against Manchester United. Actually, Zinchenko and Kivior played very well against that Manchester United game. And you can see by the Zinchenko has really improved on his defense. Of course, when Amad Diallo came in that United game, you saw that he was really struggling against Amad Diallo. So obviously that means with the hard running players like Harrison, Smith Rowe, Traore, Zinchenko is actually going to really get a hard time. He's really going to get a hard time. So there's a bit of challenge there. Califiori equally, but this defense has not been good. Yeah, I think the most solid player that I would trust comfortably in that defense is Kivior. So if Kivior is available, let him play in the left back position. Yeah, or basically Mikel will see how he's going to set it up. Yeah. So the midfield, of course, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, Declan Rice. But the Declan Rice is actually getting form. He's been playing all right. I think now he's the system that we are basically talking about that wasn't really working for him. Mikel has basically picked it up and is currently working. Yeah. So the only worry that I have is that left hand side, man, is not really it's not really good. That's a problem that I have, especially we'll go to the forwards. Martinelli, that link up play between Declan Rice, Martinelli, and Zinchenko, Kivior, whoever is playing. Yeah, it's not really ticking as the right hand side. Yeah, the right hand side of Jurgen Timber, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka. That's the most dangerous side. Yeah, so the forwards. Listen, Martinelli has been having a stinker lately. Yeah, he's been having a stink. He's not been. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Martinelli. Yeah, but for this game, and then surprisingly, we have Trossard, but who can also play on his side. But the problem is when Trossard also starts games, he performs poorly. So that left hand side, man, it's that Martinelli's position. Martinelli, Trossard, we don't know. But what I'll do basically is play Martinelli. If he's not really turning up, just switch it up with Trossard because Trossard off the bench, he always does his thing. Played okay against the Manchester United game. Yeah, so that's basically how I would set up that side. Yeah, center forward, of course, Kai Havertz, way better than Jesus. Unfortunately, Havertz, I've always said, he's a weird player. Decides to turn up, plays one of the best games, but when he decides to become a donkey, he also just does his own nonsense. But that means by that this January window we need to get a striker because we need to get it. We just need come on, Cronkies, man. Just invest in this thing once and for all, man. Just invest in this thing. Just give us money. Let's get a striker. Yeah. Now that right hand side, of course, Bukayo Saka, that position. And basically, that's how I anticipate this game to go down. I'll be streaming the game 5 p.m. East African time. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. But let me take this opportunity. We actually headed to 2,000 subs. Man, we've come a long way. By the way, only like 1 year in, and we keep getting subs. So big up yourself. Thank you. By the way, I think I'll be saying this at the start of every video. For the guys who subscribe, if you found value in this content, big up yourself for subscribing, for commenting, for liking. I don't take you for granted. Score prediction. 3-0 to the Arsenal. Any people, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Come on, you Gunners.